want you to hit the like button or comment Google Analytics and let me know if you have been dipping your toes into the elusive GA4 data and you still don't know what to do, meaning you still don't know what data to read, you don't know where to gather that data, and even opening up that Google Analytics tab on your computer is a bit overwhelming to you. Well, stay tuned, I've got you, friend. I am literally going to peel back the curtain to showcase to you how I input my own Google Analytics data in real time in this video. So it's going to be as easy and as simple as clicking a button. When I did this for my business, my mind was literally blown. So prepare for your mind to be blown. I also want to encourage you to stay all the way to the end of this video because I'm going to be sharing a conversion equation that you can easily use in your own business week after week to discover exactly how many people need to be landing on your landing page or sales page in order for you to get those conversions that you are wanting. But hi, if we haven't yet met, my name is Dolly DeLong. I am a systems and workflow educator for other business owners who want to learn more about systems, workflows, and SOPs and how to actually apply it to the back end of their business so that the front end of their business feels more streamlined and magical. I'm also a launch integrator for small business owners, and what that means is I love teaching other small business owners about the different phases of a launch and that there is power in a good pre-launch strategy. So regardless of why you're here, I'm so glad you hit play. So let's get started. Now I do have to give a shout out to Engie, the sponsor of this systems and workflow related video. Engie is my favorite marketing tool that I use week after week to create a system and a workflow for my own marketing strategy. And I cannot wait to showcase to you how I use Engie to dig into GA4 or Google Analytics data. Another reason why I created this video is because I wanted to take a very dull task because honestly, gathering data sometimes every month can seem very boring and overwhelming, and you might want to put it off until the next month, and then the next month turns into next month and it just snowballs. And so I want to take that very boring task and make it very fast and efficient and create an efficient system for you. So honestly, before this feature came out in Engie, I was in that boat of gathering up my data at the end of every month, and I would call it I literally call it my data collection day. At the end of every month, I do this, and some months I like it, and some months I don't like it so much. It can be very overwhelming and pretty boring, honestly. But because of this new feature in Engie, it is making this part of the data collection process faster and more efficient, which makes me really excited. So I knew I had to make a video to showcase this to other business owners, how fast data collection can be. I do want to remind you that in order to do this step, you do need to have Google Analytics or GA4 set up on the back end of your website. So be sure to do that. The second thing I want you to do is jump in Engie with me right now. So we are in Engie, and so I'm just going to log in. And when you get into Engie, this is I call it kind of my dashboard, my homepage. So you're going to click into performance. And this is where you gather every single KPI that your heart would desire for the back end of your business. Now, are we going to go over all the KPIs? No, that would take hours. So what I want you to decide on early on is what KPIs do you want to gather for your business. For this example, we're going to do page views for your website, and also new website visitors, and I think also average time on website, because those would be good indicators to let you know, like, hey, like maybe your page speed is slower. Like there might be some factors that are making people stay on your page for a long time or they're bouncing off. And so where Google Analytics 4 or GA4 comes in, this is where they come in. So I'm just going to click on page views for Dolly DeLong Photography. And let's say you're brand new to this. So you're going to go up to this plus sign and click here. And you're going to select the KPI. And it's going to be for website. And let's do page views. And it already has like collected all of this for me. But I'm just gonna, okay, I'm gonna delete this, okay? Page view, I'm gonna copy it because I have a certain naming convention. So delete it. Okay, so let's say you want the page view KPI in order to see like how many people are actually like viewing your landing page. So let's go up here. I'm going to do page views for Dolly DeLong Photography. The KPI is key performance indicator, and there are so many different types of KPIs that Engie wants you and allows you to track for your business. So for simplicity's sake, let's go to website and then let's go to page views because that's a data or a KPI data point that a lot of people in businesses do track. So I'm going to click here and it's going to ask me connect to Dolly DeLong Photography because they can sync your Google Analytics with Engie. So I'm going to connect it and it's syncing right now. And again, I had to set up GA4 on the back end, and then I needed to let them connect it with Google Analytics. And it's a simple 2-click process. So it's connected. And so now it's letting me know the page views for every single month. This is like a story. It's telling me a story of how many people are viewing my website. And I can do all data. And look, it goes all the way back to I set this up in July of 2022. So I will now click out and it shows this as a bar graph right over here. And I just wanted to showcase to you, if you're wondering, oh, like, look, there are lower months. These are months where I wasn't as active in my marketing. So that makes sense that there wasn't a lot of page views. But the months that I have been more active in my marketing efforts, it shows consistent page views. It tells me a story of like, okay, my efforts are not in vain. Like I am actually getting people to come to my website. All right, another thing, and that was a click of a button. Notice I didn't have to go into Google Analytics 4 and dig through the data and ask for a time range and then input it manually. I used to have to do that every single month, and that was so draining for me. But now it's just a click of the button. Okay, let's look at another one. Average time. Average time spent, for some reason, I don't know why there was like over 5 minutes in April of 2022. That's strange, but I'm gonna delete this. And so let's say we want to create a new KPI that integrates my Google Analytics for data into Engie, into a visual chart. And so you can click here. I wonder what this button does. Okay, these are all KPIs that you can go. Let's see. There's so many. Let's do average time on website. So I'll click on that and connected to, okay, so I'm going to hit disconnect and I'm going to delete this. And now I'm going to do this again. Website, because I want you to see it connect. Okay, 1 minute. sorry about that. So what I did was I clicked on here and select KPI website, and I want to know the time, average time on website, okay? And then I'm going to, I disconnected my data so you can see how easy it is for it to be connected. And I'm going to connect here now, and it's syncing, and it's doing that little now, and now it let me know, even let me know before it was done syncing, the average time a person is spending on my website per month. Now this is an average, so this definitely tells me a big story. I need, like, especially in February, the average time was 30 seconds. That's not that long. And if I look at all my data, like in April of 2023, it was 5 minutes. So there has been a disconnect for me that I need to dig into. Like, why are they bouncing off? Why are people bouncing off really fast? I want them to spend a lot of time on my website. So this is a good data point for me to dig into to see the back end of my own business, to see if I need to optimize different parts of my website, like, again, page speed, and are the images correctly optimized, all that stuff. So this is another reason why, and I wouldn't have known this. I would have had to, like, manually dig into this in Google Analytics 4, but Engie makes it really simple with a click of a button. All right, let's dig into another one just to showcase to you how easy it is with a click of a button. All right, so another KPI I want to know is how my organic marketing efforts are doing. So I don't do Meta ads or Instagram ads, so I want to know, like, how SEO is doing. So I'm going to click here, select the KPI, do website, and let's do new website visitors with organic search based off of what, like, keywords I'm typing into my marketing for my long form content. So let's do that. And I'm connected, and look, it was that simple. It's letting me know in the month of March 2024, on average, there were 429 new visitors on my website, which is really cool. And again, it tells a big story. And I'm going to look at all the data since March of 2023. All right. And the highest month was August of 2023. And I know that I was doing a lot of marketing that month. So that makes sense to me. I was creating a lot of content that month. And yep, in December it took a dip because I took a little bit of a break from marketing myself. Yep, this totally makes sense. All right. So I just wanted to showcase to you all how easy it is to dig into the performance tab of Engie, and to create all of these different types of charts to look over. Now, would I create all the charts if I was a beginning business owner? No, it's overwhelming. I would start off with 3 or 4 like visual charts to collect data month after month after month, because over time it will showcase a story to you, a story of, like, one, when you market, like, this is how I see it. When you market a certain way, like, this happens, versus if you're not doing anything, this happens. And that showcases that story to me visually, which I so appreciate. So another thing I appreciate so much about Engie is that they made it so easy with a click of a button for me to integrate my page views and my new website visitors. I'm no longer needing to dig into those numbers individually, and that's saving me a lot of time. Oh my goodness, so what'd you think? Wasn't that just so simple and streamlined? It was literally a click of a button. Okay, so I hope pulling back the curtain a little bit of what it looks like in my own Engie marketing dashboard was a helpful visual for you to see how easy it is with a click of a button to integrate all of your GA4, like, Google Analytics data into a more visual representation so that you can see like more of a visual representation of your data, but also it tells you a story so that you can better make better marketing decisions. I really want to stress to you that knowing your data is really important for you as a small business owner, especially if you are wearing all the hats and you don't want to go down that path of being on an emotional roller coaster all the time, all right? Knowing your data will help you stay in your lane, help you stay focused so that you can better forecast based off of your data, based off of who is visiting your website, who's landing on that landing page, so that you can make better informed decisions for your business. So I teased this out a little at the beginning of this video, but let's say you do have a product that you are wanting to sell. It's a new digital product. You know it's going to change the world. It's going to change the life of everyone who buys it. And so let's say for simplicity's sake, this digital product is $27, okay? And let's say that you are wanting to make your first 5-figure launch, so $10,000. So you have a $27 product and you're wanting to make $10,000. So, and again, instead of strapping yourself in an emotional roller coaster and getting mad when conversions aren't happening, let's look at the actual conversion calculator you can be using. And so that way you're analyzing the data from GA4 that's set up on your website, and you can know, okay, if this many people are landing on my landing page and this is an industry standard conversion rate, this is how many people are actually going to buy. So let's dig into that conversion, okay? Another video, okay. So I wanted to showcase this conversion rate equation to you. So okay, so in this scenario, you have a $27 product and you want to make $10,000. All right. So from that, you know that I did the calculations really fast. It'd be a little over 370. So rounded up, 371 people would need to buy your $27 product in order for you to get to that $10,000 mark. All right. But you know that not everyone who lands on your website is going to convert. Like that's 100% conversion rate. That rarely happens. Like industry standard, a conversion rate for a landing page usually is 5%. Like I'm a very conservative person with numbers. I believe a great conversion rate is 10%. And I want you to say I want you to wrap your head around a really rare, it's so rare. It's so rare it rarely happens. I'm using the term rare a lot, but 100% conversion rate is rare. 90%, 25% is rare. So I want you to have a good sense of what is a good conversion rate for your industry. And so it might a good conversion rate might be 15% based off of your industry. So look at what the numbers of your industry are. All right. But in this scenario, let's go with 5%. All right. To stay safe. So one number would have to be at 5% to get that elusive goal of 371 buyers. All right. So X is the amount of visitors in this equation. So I want you to go back to algebra, okay? And put your hats on. If you were scared of math, you're not going to be scared of math, okay? So X is the amount of visitors, the number of conversions divided by the conversion rate. So the conversion rate for us is 0.05, not 0.5, 0.05. So 371 divided by 0.05, you will need 7,420 people to land on that landing page to get that 5% conversion rate. All right. The number of visitors will need to be 7,420. And so this is where Engie comes in to help you develop a system of marketing so that you can have a consistent plan of action to get more eyes to that landing page. So you don't just expect to, okay, like I made this landing page and everybody's going to come. I'll post about it once on Instagram. Why isn't anybody coming? Okay, I'll post about it once on my blog, or I'll talk about it once on my podcast. No, you have to have a consistent plan of marketing, sometimes daily, weekly, a cadence that makes sense for your business and that makes sense for just what your industry is. And so that's where Engie comes in. And so they want you to develop a system to track those KPIs. And that's what we did in this video to showcase how easy it is, how with a click of a button that you can then integrate your Google Analytics tracking. And then you can see, okay, based off of that, well, then how many people are going to need to visit my landing page, actually land on my landing page? And so what would the conversion rate need to be in order to get to that number? I made this number up to get to that, that 10,000 that you are wanting in this scenario. All right. So remember this, take a screenshot of this equation and dig into your numbers. This is why it's important to dig into the numbers, know what your industry standards are, and also develop a monthly cadence of collecting your data. All right. I want to say again, if you are interested in getting started with Engie to develop a system, not only for the marketing side of your business, but also a system of data collection for your business, then click on the link below and you'll get 15% off your first 2 months with Engie. Don't forget to share this video with a friend, with a biz bestie, just in case they are wanting to know how to develop or get started with systems, workflows, SOPs, and launching to impact the back end of their business. I am so honored that you watched all the way through, and I hope that you will like and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget that every Friday I have a brand new systems, workflow, and SOP related video that comes out. So I will see you all next week, and until then, have a streamlined and magical week. Bye.